This
since
conference will now be recorded.
Mm.
uh,
HTML
for
sessions.
website, for HTML, I went to pet to store, and for JSON, the same rep res dot in website,
Mm.
and
Mm.
the meaning like other assertion like bean shell or something else are there. Those I
Mm.
cannot
Mm.
practice.
Okay, okay. So beans you can leave. I'll tell in the last of the class. All the like there is beans with 5 components, so that's I'll cover in the all the last. Okay.
Uh,
So apart from that, remaining okay, right? Assertions.
yeah, a few, not only that, few I have not checked. Today I will check, and I will let you know on Monday
Mm.
if
Mm.
any
Mm.
doubt.
Yeah. Okay. So remaining that much not important. You can check. Okay. Yeah.
Whatever
Okay.
you
Now
said that
let's. Mm.
whatever you discussed in the class, those I have practiced.
That's enough. Just look for one, two more which I haven't discussed in the class. Just for.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So now let's we discuss about the timers. Okay. So what is the timers?
Yeah, it's a think time. Like when we click on one request, some time we will take to think and to click
Mm,
on another
mm,
request. So the gap
mm.
between the request, it's a timer.
Okay. Srinivas. Srinivas.
Yes, sir.
So what is the timer?
Yeah, timer. Yeah, timer is like it's like something like that which we can use to introduce some delay in between a request and another request.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
like
So timer is nothing
a
but yeah
thread.
to
So
create a
thread.
delay between request to request.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So why we need is timers because in the real time everything will happen in a like a little with gap, right? All users can't hit immediately one by one. So they will use these timers. Okay, so now let's see how we'll define. So to use these timers now, we'll go to our old script, check even manually that group. Okay, let me replace this with the timer script. Save test plan as timers. So here, let me give everything 111 and uncheck this one. Okay, so to understand the timers, right, we'll go over this table and we'll see. Okay. So if you see here, the first request got started at 8:28:21.123 millisecond, right? And
Yes.
second request got started at 8:28:21.768. So if you observe, there is a difference between this one and this one, right? So what is the difference? The times.
It's
Time,
Hmm?
milliseconds difference.
It is there. Why we got the difference? That's I'm asking. Why then started at one on time?
I mean first request and then we get the response and then second request goes.
Hmm. So yeah, so in the first response, what is the first request response time? It took 643 milliseconds, right?
Yeah.
So if I do cal setting calculator 21.123 plus 0.643, right? 21.123 we started and 0.643 is the response. If I got it, it will see 21.766. Okay. So next request will start at this time only because in JMeter the particular request will execute sequential one by one. So how second will start? Second will start after completion of first request, right? See, you got 21.76, you got 27.678 millisecond difference. Okay. Now if I calculate this time, what is it? 21.768. How long second response? Second request took the time 0.473, right? 0.473. See, we got 22.241. So what is the third request started? What is the third request started time here?
Whatever.
Yeah,
241.
22.441. We got same time, na?
Mm.
So what it means, whenever request one is done, based on the time, how long based on the time, the request will start. Same like request to time, request three, like that, right? So it means it's immediately happening one by one. There is no gap. Correct. That's what we understood now from these timings.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now let's add a timer. So first I'll add timer to request to add timer. First timer is constant timer. Okay. Constant timer is nothing but whatever the delay will add, that delay will be created. So in milliseconds. So if I give 2 milliseconds, means 2 seconds means how much time? 2000 milliseconds means
2000.
2 seconds, right? 2
2 seconds. Yeah.
seconds. Yeah. Okay. At which place I added the timer? Add a timer to request 2. Correct? So now if I
Yeah.
run, where will be the gap will be created? 1 and 2 or 2 or 3?
So
Between
2
2
and
and 3.
3.
Hmm?
2 and 3.
2 and
In order, what you guys told to me? In the order.
1, 1 to 2
What he told? Timer or sampler, which will execute first?
What is it?
timer.
What is it? What is the question, sir?
Timer and sampler, which one will execute first? What is the priority?
Timer.
Hmm. So after timer one, sampler will execute, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's order. So now in this case, the gap will between 1 and 2 or 2 or 3?
2 and
1 and
3.
2, no? No.
1 and
Why 2
1 and
and 3?
Oh,
See,
okay. Yeah, 1 and 2. Okay.
request will
Yeah, yeah.
execute. Now, request to timer
Yeah.
on same place.
Yeah, yeah.
So out of this priority is timer. So timer will execute, then request to. Okay, so the gap will be between 1 and 2. Okay, now let's see. Okay, now let's calculate. What is the first request started at? 23.933. What is the response time? What is the response time of first request?
677.
Hmm. 0.677. How much we got? 24.61.
24.61. Yeah.
Yeah. So when request got started, got started at
23,933.
26. No,
Yeah.
26. Second request.
Yeah, second equals 26,620.
So minus 26.62.
2000
Okay.
minus 2.1. Okay.
2 seconds gap.
2
So now
seconds.
gap got
Yeah.
introduced, right?
Yeah.
Sheila, understand? Hello, Sheila? So she is not there. Oh,
Maybe some
okay.
internet issue, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, let's wait for 1 minute. Then she is not
Sure, sir.
joining. Then we'll
Sure, sure.
continue. Yeah. Okay, we'll continue.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Now you see the difference, right? Now let me give gap of 4 seconds. And if you observe, see the whole request got stopped. The time
Oh yeah.
execution. Yeah. Okay. So now let's run. Okay. When is first started? 23.345. What is the response time? 0.610. Okay. 23.955 minus what is the second request started? When it started, you know,
27
second request? 20?
second. What's that?
Hmm? Second
27.
request start time. Hmm.
Yeah, 27.964.
And
So
6.964. If I do minus, you got 4.00009 millisecond.
yeah.
Okay, so the gap is clear, right? So whenever apply
Yes.
the timer, you should do like this.
Yeah.
Okay, so but now if I apply the same timer to global level, so global level means in JMeter we have this the movement. So you can place anything on anything. Okay, so earlier what was the timer? Timer was between second request. So now timer is applied to global
Okay.
level under that group. If you see right,
It's
because they're
under,
all in same order.
yeah, it's at the
Yeah.
thread group level. So yeah.
Yes. See now it is request level. Means this will
Yeah, request
applicable to
level.
only request. The
Yeah.
scope.
Yeah.
Now the scope is applicable to thread group.
Yeah.
So in this case, what will happen? No? Whatever the global things are there, right? It will be applicable to all the things.
Yes.
Okay. So it means this timer will be applicable to all the requests. It means all the requests will have gap of 4 seconds.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's run and see. See, by starting also it has taken the gap.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. See,
Yeah.
if you observe right, ideally 55, 59, 04, 08, 13. Okay. So how we will know the first time? See, for second and third, right, we have the start time and we are calculating. So how do we know that the first request got started at 4 seconds or not? We don't know, right? Because we don't have the time. So that's why if you click on this exclamatory mark, okay, in the right hand top side, this will give the JMeter log. Okay, if you
Okay.
see here, just expand this, you will see when the script has started.
Okay.
See, the engine has started at 46.674.
Yeah.
And when is the request got started? 50.76.
Yeah.
You see the 4 seconds gap.
Yeah.
Okay. So like
Yeah.
this
Okay.
way, you can compare the first request also.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah. Sheila? Hello. She
Hello.
joined, but yeah, Sheila. So you lost network connectivity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So what we explained a constant timer to global level. You know, right? What will
Oh,
happen global level? So this timer will apply to all the requests.
okay.
Okay. So the gap will be between each and every request. See 50, 55, 55, 59, 04, 08, 08, 13. All 4 seconds a gap.
Okay.
Okay. And to calculate the first start time, right? Because for
Mm.
first one we have second time, third one. To calculate first one, just second. Yeah. Okay. So if you see, you can click on this exclamation mark, right? So what happens? It opens the JMeter log, and you will see the JMeter log. It has this the start time of the engine. Engine nothing but JMeter.
Okay.
So if you see JMeter engine has started at 46.674,
Mm.
and our next first record was shot 50. So 4 seconds gap.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, clear, right?
Okay.
So
Clear.
now if I put this request to request one, now where the gap will be there?
For request two.
Hmm?
Oh,
Will be before request
before
one,
request two.
first request.
Request one.
Only before first request one, it will have the timer.
Sheila, why request two?
Oh, okay. Okay. Understood, sir.
Okay, so
Uh,
script will start, then it wait for
mm.
4 seconds, then only start the request one.
Okay.
You can see here again, the script started here. What is the time? 40 to 33, sorry, 37.153. So when it started? 41. 4 seconds
41.
difference, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But if I run with the same script with like some 20 users, assume that, or 100 users, what will happen? The same gap will be applied, right? All the requests for all the users, right? Same
Right.
gap, na? 4 second,
Yes,
four
sir.
second, 4 second gap.
Yes. Yeah.
So in a real time, do you think the same gap will be there for each and every page, each and every user?
No.
No, right? Because each
No.
user has, suppose he's very frequently, he will complain very quick. So some there who guys are very new, so that's the first time they're visiting application. They'll take a time to understand to go to the flow. Alright. So each
Mm.
person has different times.
Mm.
So then to simulate those things, now we can't do this constant timer,
Okay.
right? So we'll use some other timer to mimic that real scenario. Add timer Gaussian random timer.
Okay.
Okay. In the name itself is there, right? Random. It
Random.
means every time it will give some random time, not same one.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, just click on this. Let me disable this timer. Yeah, in JMeter we have enable disable. So
Mm.
you can do Control T or simply click disable. So it won't affect, but instead of deleting, we can do this disable. Okay, so let's go Gaussian random timer. So again, we have two things here. Okay,
Mm.
uh, okay, so it will work on one formula. So let's go to Notepad. Gaussian. It works on the Gaussian formula only. Okay, so delay equal to, I mean, equal to GF, Gaussian factor, into this deviation. Okay, into deviation plus constant delay offset. Okay, second field. Constant delay offset. This is a formula. So every time it will generate the time based on these things. Okay. So now let's see. If I given delay as 3 seconds, okay, and constant delay as 2 seconds, okay, deviation is 3, constant is delay. Sorry, constant is 2 seconds. Now let's see how the delay will be there. So the GF factor will vary from -1 to 1.
Okay.
Normally, -1 to 100, every time it will get a one value. So that it will make a dynamic, right? If you give the same value, it will be a constant. So this Gaussian factor will give the ranges from -1 to 1. Let's take minimum value -1. Okay, what is the deviation now given there in the script? 3 seconds, right?
3
3.
seconds.
What is the constant like given there?
2 seconds.
2 seconds. So now what is the value here?
3 -1.
Okay, -1, right? So it will be confusing. So we will exchange this one. 2 and 3. Okay. Okay, now what is output? 1 second.
1.
Now let's take GF Gaussian factor as maximum value. It was 1. Now 1 into 2 plus 3. Now what is the
5.
output? 5.
5
This
seconds.
means, so the gap will be between 1 to 5 and around 1 and around 5. Okay, let's run and see. So I add a timer to request 3. So the gap will be between
Request 3.
hmm, which request the gap will be there?
Request 3.
Request 3 and
And
hmm,
2.
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Okay, now let's run 2 and 3, right? Now let's see. When is the request got started? Second request 23.303. Okay, so what is the
Yes.
response time? 0.469. Correct. So when is the third got started? 24.077.
Yeah.
So zero point 0.3 gap is there now. Okay.
Okay.
Now let's run again and see. First gap is 0.3. Okay. Okay. Now what is the second request started?
893 0.8
05.893.
plus point
Response
489
time
plus
0.489
489.
minus when it started third request 7.76.
7.767.
Now 1.3.
Mm.
Okay. 0.3 first, next 1.3. Now let's take this second time. Hmm. 47.137.
0.137
Response
plus
time
489
489
minus
minus
49.680.
0.680. 2.0. So like this, every time for every user, every time it will give different time.
Okay.
Okay. So Gaussian factor nothing but it will give a random time based on this formula. Clear, right? So how the formula
Clear.
will work? Df factor into deviation
Plus
plus
constant
constant delay.
delay.
Okay, now to test the formula, right, whether the formula is really working or not, if I give deviation as 0, what does it mean?
So the delay will be 3. It will
It means
be
it means
3 to 3. Constant 3. It will be the constant.
mm, yeah, it will be a constant. So no factor because whatever the value, right, it becomes 0.
Mm.
So if you got 3 means then formula work, right, based on our calculations.
Mm.
Okay, now let's see. Let's run script again. Srinivas able to understand, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
Yeah. So one is a second request started 42.642
642.487.
plus 487 minus
144.
46.144. See, 3 seconds.
Mm.
Okay, let me run again. Okay, let's again 14.009 plus 0.488 minus 17.502.
502.
See, 3 seconds.
Mm.
Okay, so understood, right? How the factor
And
works.
understood.
Okay. So these are the constant timer and this Gaussian random timer are very important. Okay. So we have other timers also. It's same thing, same formula. Add timer like uniform random timer, Throstrand timer. These two are like same thing. We can ignore. Okay. So I mean you can just in a home, right? Just practice these two other timers. Okay. So same concept, but different formula. Nothing but. Now let's see other important timer is synchronizing timer. It's very important in JMeter. Okay, because this timer will help us to create a different workload model. Okay, now let's see what is about this timer. So let me disable all these other timers. Okay, so my scenario is I want to do a concurrency load testing. Concurrency load testing nothing but I want to hit my all APIs at same time. For sorry, I want to hit. Suppose take a particular request like 3 or any request. Okay, I want to hit this request 3. Assume that for all users at same time. Understand my question, right? So
Yes,
general
sir.
what happens if I give the load here 10, each will run different time, no? Based on suppose see, based on request 2, then only request will 3 start. If few users complete request too fast, they will go request 3 immediately. The other users who taken the request too slowly, they will take time, right? Request 3 won't be hitting immediately, correct?
Mm.
Because it's on each response time for each user, right?
Mm.
We even though give one here is immediately starting, we can't give guarantee that request 3 or any request will hit at same time. Correct. Let's see. Given with 10 users, I will close this console log. So if I sort by request 3, these are the request 3. So if you see here, different times 6, 4, 7, 7, 8, 3, 5, 84, like the different times are there. Correct. Because
Correct.
it's we can't guess that. Even though you given one means, it doesn't mean that it will go immediately on same time. Maybe the first request may go in that way. Because of that ramp up one, the first request may go at same time. I mean, bit differences. From that onwards, what happens? Each user is dependent on their request. Whoever completes fast, they will go. Whoever comes complete slow, they will get slow. But now my requirement is I want it this request at same time for all users. So how can we achieve this thread group? Because this is where, right, which this is a place only, na, our load generator. Got it or not? Can you do with the help of thread group? Can you try to achieve the request at same time?
By giving number of threads and ramp up periods same, sir. Uh,
No, in that case, it delay, right? Ramp up, if you given
delay.
more time, it will delay.
The
So you can't
delay.
expect same time. Any other way? Think from the ramp up. The only way is, only way from thread group is ramp up only. If I give more than one, it will take time also. Because we're giving the user to the gap, right?
Yeah.
So with the thread group, we can't achieve that objective. I mean, that load modeling. Okay, Srin was clear, right? Whatever my question was.
I didn't get your question, sir. Sorry. Could you
See,
please
yeah.
repeat?
So, yeah, question is there is a request 3 here. So the request 3 should hit at the same time. If you see, right, there is different times now. 54.3, 51.21. There are different times. My goal is, irrespective of whatever the number of users, I want to achieve all requests at same time.
Okay.
Okay. So one way to achieve that is ramp up is 1 or 0.
Yeah.
Because that's the way, right? All users will start immediately. So we can get
Yeah.
a chance.
Yeah.
But with that also, it's not possible. Because it again depend on your other requests. Request 1, request 2. If they are completing immediately, then like that only.
Okay.
Okay. So for to achieve these things, right? Very important question in the interview or very important in our real time also. So whenever people say how we will achieve this one, so you should be have an answer. So that answer is synchronizing timer. The name itself says, right, synchronizing timer. So
Okay.
let's add a
Yes.
request 3, add timer, synchronizing timer. So this timer will help us to synchronize all the requests. So which request I added? This timer I added to request 3.
Okay.
Correct. So it means it will synchronize all the requests, irrespective of the users, irrespective of the load, anything. Okay. Let's see. By give default way what we have 0, 0. Okay. Let's see the default values. Okay. I will add a resource table to request 3 as well, so that we can see data clearly. Add listener resource table. So what is scope of this table? Scope is only request 3.
For request 3.
So it will display the results only request 3 here.
Yeah.
Okay, here you can like do this anyway. So better to add. I added there. Okay, let's run and see. Our request rerise. See what is the
Yeah.
time now?
All at the same time.
Same time.
So that earlier it was different times. Now see same time. If you go to this one also, you got same thing. So what it did simply, it will hold all other users. So whoever come to request to na, suppose 3 users completed out of 10. So JMeter will hold the 3. So once they complete other 7 users, then only it will come hit the request at same time. So
Okay.
whenever you have this type of scenarios, I mean one particular request, particular thing when you have to hit at the same time, then you go with the synchronizing timer. Okay, it's clear, right?
Clear.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I see this is a 10, it's okay. But sometimes I'll give 1,000, sometimes give 1 lakh, sometimes 50,000, right? So in that time, I don't want 50,000 or what are the number of users at same time, right? That's not a realistic one. If we take some set of users to synchron, that's okay. But how will control at that time? Suppose I given 5,000 here. So what JMeter will do? JMeter will do this request 3 synchronizing at same time. 5,000 only, all 5,000. Correct. But that's not way,
Correct.
na? We need only few sets, like at least 100 of set, 50 of set, like that. So in that case, what we'll do, let me give it an here only. In that case, what we'll do, right? In the synchronized timer, we have this option, number of simulated users to group by. You know, right? What is meant by group? So
Yeah.
group
Yeah.
means whatever the number will give, it will group it. Suppose I give 2. So every 2, 2, 2, it will do that. Not instead of holding all the ones, it will take 2. Whoever completes the first 2, it will go with next 2, next 2, next 2, next 2. So that your script will be realistic. And right, because instead of holding a 1 lakh or 50,000 or whatever it is, instead of we'll do a 2 to 2.
Yeah.
See, I have given 10, I have given 2, right? If you give higher number load, what it will have 100, 500 like that. Okay. Now let's see how this will respond. So what I'm saying is synchronous timer will do hold the users by 2 to 2. Okay. Let's see how it will respond. See 2 2, 827, 2023, 2028, 5522, 701. Got the difference? 2 2 set means every 2 2 users set will go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But in this also, suppose let's say if I given 2 or if I given 0, let's say given 0 in that case. So what will happen? Suppose out of 10 users in our case, if 9 users completed request 2, okay, one is not completing. He got some stuck where some server issue, he got stuck. So does it will Jmeter will wait for this request 3 or it will continue with the 9?
It will
It will
continue
wait,
with
right?
9. Oh,
No, it will wait. It will
okay.
wait. Even the 1 hour time, even the 2 hours time, it will wait. It can't continue
Okay. Time out.
because it need out of 10 to 10. So
Mm,
to avoid those cases, because sometimes happens, no, some user got struck in a higher load. We don't know, right? But I mean, they not struck means they'll take more time, right? So in that case, our timeout will help. So timeout will give, it will wait for that much of time only. If I give 5 seconds here, so this is the max time they will wait. So after this time now, whoever completed it will go with. Then it won't follow the rules. So out of 10, one user take more than time. So then it will go with the 9 only.
mm.
So now I want to test this scenario. So can you help me? How can I test this? I mean, how can I implement this scenario? I want to test whether my timeout is working or not. Can you help me now? How can I implement the scenario? I mean, how can I create a delay? See, how will I test this scenario? If my user is taking 5 seconds, more than 5 seconds time, then only I can know, right, whether really working or not.
Yes.
Suppose if I run now with a 10, what will happen? It will work normally only because all are taking no delays. Understood?
Yeah.
Because no delay. Because what is my timeout? My timeout is 5 seconds. So after 5 seconds only, I want to check whether it is really holding the 9 seconds or not, or it going for 10. Now tell me how can I implement scenario to test this timeout?
What is the question, sir? I did not get it.
See, I have given timeout as 5 seconds. So what does it
Okay.
mean? It
Uh,
will, out of 10
this
users, if any
mm,
user has taken more than 5 seconds, it will hold that,
it
it
will,
will leave that user, it will go with 9 users only.
yeah,
Right. Now I want to test this. Was it really working or not?
okay,
Okay.
then
So,
we have
uh,
to fail. We have to fail one. If it's
see, now
fail
I
only, we
can't,
can understand. Yeah.
not failing one. So see,
Uh,
what is the response time? See, we are getting around zero 0.5 second, 0.6 second, right?
mm,
So now I need to hit a request or hit a request which is taking more than 5 seconds. Got it?
mm.
If I hit a
Okay.
request more than 5 seconds, then only my timeout will improvement, right?
yeah,
So now can I get the request which is taking more than 5 seconds? I can't, right? I can't search now. I mean, it could be there, but how we can't search, right? Out of 10, 20 applications, okay, let's take this more than 5 seconds or not. So what we learned today? Timers only, no? So if I put a timer here,
mm,
add
that's what I
timer,
meant.
simple, right?
Yeah, constant timer. Yeah,
If I give a timer here some 8 seconds,
yeah,
what happens?
It will delay the.
Hmm? It will delay the request, right?
Yes.
yeah.
But it will delay the request of all users, no?
Mm.
Now
Yes.
let's see whether now the synchron time will work or not.
But that is for HTTP request one, right? Not for
Hmm.
three.
Anywhere, no? What synchron time will do? It need a timeout. See, three will hit only, one and two complete only, right? Three will hit.
Okay.
So what happened now? Arre?
All requests pass.
Oh, okay, okay. Because all are come at same time, no?
Uh,
Because the delay applied at same time. See, for the
mm,
request three, request two comes at same time because the request and delay is same.
mm,
Understood, right? Now see, all three got hit triggered. Why? Because there is no timer. Because the timer is applicable at the request one, and all 10 will complete request one, then request two, then request three. So there is no timeout issue.
mm.
So then how can I implement? How can I test this one? Now I want to test whether it's really going or not.
At the global level, I can add this timer.
If I add global level means,
Global level constant timer.
then it's same now again. Everything is same, right? Same gap, same gap, same gap. Then it will work, no? Understood, no? If I put a global level also, what will happen? Same, right? Request one will gap, request to gap, but they all trigger at same time, no? So then it won't wait, right? It will get all the requests, threes.
So we need a thread level. Then
No. So we have to add a random timer. So in the random timer, if I
oh,
give more times, na,
yeah.
then each request will is different times. Now there is chance.
Okay,
Understood
random
now?
timer.
Yeah. So I will put a random timer to uh to one and two only. Or if I put a global level, it will get three also. No, I'll put a timer to one and two. Okay, different times. Add timer, Gaussian random timer. Add timer, Gaussian random timer. Okay, I will give here 6 7 seconds. Okay, give here 9 seconds. Here also I'll give 10 seconds. So our timeout will trigger now, no? If I give more time. Okay, now let's see. And we'll give this timer less time. Okay, let's wait for 2 seconds only. Okay, now let's see. Run. What happened? It didn't started. Okay. Hmm. See, see, we got only see it waited for only see these two at same time, these two at same time. So it waited for 2 seconds. It is taking more than 2 seconds. It is leaving the releasing the users like normal one only. It's not synchronizing, right? Because it's
Mm.
timeout. See, it's not coming at same time. Understand the timeout and the group of users.
Understood, sir.
Okay, now you know right how timeout is implemented, how group wise works.
Mm.
So in JMeter, right, 90% is like scripting only. So whenever someone says this is scenario, you have to think, okay, how to achieve that scenario. So what is the components will help us? How can write a script? That's only the things, right? So you have to think in that way. So that okay, so now I said right how we can implement timeout. So you have to say okay, if I add this timer, what will happen? If I add this timer, what will happen? Like that you have to think. Then only script will work. Because in JMeter nothing is there. Only writing scripting is difficult. Because in real time, right, we'll get different scenarios. You don't. It's not like simple log in, do log out. Not like that. They will say some 5 users have to do this, some 10 users have to do this. They have to wait for this time. They have to do that one. They have to check for these things. That's where you have to implement all things in through scripting. Okay. So this is
Okay.
synchronizing timer. It's clear, right?
Clear.
Timers, no. So timers
Uh,
will give help us to create a delay between request to request. Okay. So this is to help us to mimic the real time scenarios. Okay. Right. So we have bean cell timer here. Again, all bean cell components, right? I will tell you at the end of the class. Because we have bean cell assets and bean cell timer. Like that, we have some other bean cell components. These are nothing but coding components. So you have to write a code there. So that's why I'll tell you in the last so that you can understand easily all the bean cell components.
okay.
Okay? Yeah. Let's go to next component. Okay. Let's go to post processor. So what is the post processor? Post processor.
Regular expression extractor we have used.
That's example of component. What is post processor?
It will hit after the request.
Well, Srinivas?
Post processor is yeah, I mean after the request is sent and then we got a response. And then on the
Hmm.
response, if we want to process something, then we use the post processor.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's
Like in
like
a
once you got the response, if you want to do anything on the
mm,
response side, so I want to extract, I want to copy, or I want to verify, I want to check anything on the response side is the post processor. Right? So one of the example what we have seen till now is the regular expression extractor. So what is regular expression extractor?
We checked in
it
correlation.
extracts the
Extracts
yeah.
the
So it extracts the value based on expression. You know some like the model. No. You know that line. In the line, I know I want to fetch that value, but I don't know what that value would be. So in that case, I will use the regular expression extractor. Okay. Now let's see more. Let's discuss more on the regular expressions. So we'll go to our first recording script. Okay, here what we did. So we found out where the value is coming, then we return this one. Okay. Same way. So if we see right field to check, so you can check a body or you can extract the document or headers. Anywhere you can do this one. Response message means let's run the script and see. So that field is common to all the components JMeter. Okay. this field to check, right, and apply to these two fields are all the same. I mean, it will see on all the components, these two levels. Okay, so apply to nothing but main sample, some samples, right? It means whether the main sample is this one. If it is redirected, right, automatically you'll see some child samples in the internal only. Suppose see you got like this, na? If it is redirected, you will see inside some child samples are there. So if you want to keep check the both, then you have to keep the both. Or you want to check the redirection, you want to keep check the direction. Okay. Suppose sometimes I want to verify this my regular expression extractor. So this is what this is geometry variable, right? So you can put a geometry variable also. You want to take the expression from the this geometry variable also, you can work. Okay. So like this, you can do this extracting to any of the component. Okay, so body means your response body. If the body has a document, right, it's files. I mean, if files are downloaded some PDF, now then these two will come. Response header means we registry request response header. So if you want to extract anything of this, suppose I'm getting a session ID in the response headers. So like say, suppose I'm instead of in the suppose like experts is there, right? I want to expert this time. I want to get this time. So what you have to do is you have to check the response headers. You have to write a code here. Okay, same as request headers. So while sending request headers, you want to extract the data, request headers, see, request headers. Suppose I want to extract this user ID, I want to extract this accept, like that, anything you can do that request headers. So URL, whatever URL written, that URL, the response code, response message, or response code is I want to extract this 200 is getting or not, response message is okay or not. So that's where you can do this. Shall I remember, right? Yesterday I discussed this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so Srinivas, so this is the same common apply to assertions as well. So whenever you want to apply assertion, you can do this way. Anywhere, any component, you can do that.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So now name of the creator will clear, right? What is this option? Whatever we extracted, to use it in further of the script. I mean, anywhere in the script, we have to use this one. Okay, so name is clear. So how to use this name in the real time? I mean, in other scripts, dollar curly braces set ID. So in JMeter, anything, if you're using CSV or using anything, any parameterizations, any variables, you have to use a dollar curly braces and variable name.
Yeah.
Okay. And regular expression, you write how to write regular expression. Just copy paste whatever the line you want. Okay. And just replace your desired value. I mean, whatever you want to value, right, which is changes every time, just put a dot plus question mark and test it to the regular expression tester. And if it's working there, and paste the expression here. Okay. So till is clear, right?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, now we'll spend time on these three fields. Okay, so let's go to we go to pet store swagger. Okay, try it out. Available, execute. Okay, we got some data here, but we are getting JSON. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, we'll copy the script and we'll write a script for this one. Okay. So what is the URL? This is the URL, right? We'll simply copy paste in a JMeter. Okay. So now you know, right, how to manual write the script. Now tell me, first, Sheila, tell me what are the components are required to write this manual write the script.
First, a thread group.
How will I add the thread group?
Right click,
Right click,
add
add
threads,
threads,
thread group.
thread group. Okay. Next,
A right click, add
right click, add
Sampler,
Sampler,
HTTP request.
HTTP request. Okay. Okay. Now, Srinivas, tell me how to write that API here.
API.
Yeah, I want to hit this API with JMeter. Okay.
Okay, we just take
What
this.
are the
Yeah,
steps? Hmm.
we just need a HTTP request in the path we added, sir.
Okay, I add a HTTP request. Now, hmm?
I mean, we can add the server name.
No, no, tell me one by one. What is the first protocol?
Yeah,
What is the protocol I need to add here?
HTTP.
Mm-mm. Check in the application. What is the application? What it
Uh,
here?
yeah,
It's a URL.
we have HTTPS. Yeah, we have
Uh, HTTPS.
HTTPS, and
And
then
next,
petstore.swagger.io
where it will come?
server name, sir.
Server name
Petstore.swagger.io
at store dot swagger dot io. Next,
Then if it is a get request of get request,
okay, it's get
and
only.
then yeah, then v2 slash v2 slash pet.
Hmm.
No, not here. Yeah, from there it
V2
will be yeah to family
will be
status.
the path.
Yeah, that will be the path.
You have to put a slash before. Don't forget that.
Slash. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now, to check the results, what I need to add? Now, what have I framed, right? Working or not?
Mm. For the results, we
What
have
component I need
one
to add? Hmm?
view results tree.
Hmm. From where I'll get the view results tree?
Please right click.
Right click on
Right click on thread group.
thread group. Right click. Then
Yeah, add
Sheila,
Add listener.
add
Add
listener
listener.
listener
View.
resist.
view results
Okay.
tree.
See, you also got it right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that uh, just second. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So let's save the script. Regular, or you can say post process. Okay. So if I run this, you got this and you got the data. Okay. So if it is a JSON, right, what we'll do to understand betterly, we put a JSON, correct? Or like this. Or if it is HTML, if it is your recording your application, if it is HTML, then we put HTML. Okay. So in this case, let's see. Suppose I want to extract this ID. Now what is the steps I need to do? I want ID this after this ID. What is the step?
Mm. Add
Hmm.
a regular expression extractor
So yeah, first before that we have to write expression. Na? Just copy this line.
of this line. Mm.
Yeah, and change it to regular expression tester. Okay, and paste the value and replace our value with
Dot
dot
plus
plus
question
plus question mark.
mark.
Okay, so there is a comma because something should be there on right hand side, left hand side of your value. Otherwise, you will get you won't get proper data. I mean, you will
Okay.
get entire thing. Yeah. Okay. Now let's click on test. Okay, there is a space. So when you copy from JSON, right? So just make sure you check the spaces. See, before ID and semicolon, na, there is space. See, you have to be careful. Well, you thought like it was not working. So you have to be check the spaces also before and after. What you I mean, initial, right? You might knowing that there is space issue. What you thought your expression is wrong only. Correct. So always check the spaces. Correct. Okay. So now if you see how many matches we got.
1297.
Hmm. So in earlier case, what we got match count 1 and simply given 1 there. But sometimes you will get a match count like this. You will get a more number of matches because of what is you may be writing a common expression. So now two things. First thing is if you not able to write expression such that you should get match count to 1. Okay. First option is you should expand your expression to get a match count to 1.
So where is the
Suppose
match
see
count displayed?
this is one 1297.
Oh, yeah, match count. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, two options. So whenever you want to get out of the scenarios, right? So first thing is either expand our expression so that your match count will decrease. Correct. Because whenever writing common expression, no, it will be there throughout a response. So how we will expand? So we'll expand right hand side, left hand side of the split. So if you see ID here, so what is the left hand side of ID? We have this one. Okay. What do you have? We have uh, curly brace and yeah, curly brace is there. No? Let's add curly brace here to our left hand side. Now click on test. See, we got same 1297, right? Now let's add what is the right hand side of this value? Category. Okay, copy some part, test it. See, we got 430. It got registered, right?
Yeah.
Huh. So, but if you observe, match one of one is the output. Now, one of will be our always output. So, match two of one. See, but in the two of one output, do you got our ID value? No, right? Apart from ID, you got something else.
Hmm.
So, right, we have to always check while writing expression. Either one of ones or two of one or three one should get our expected value. Then only our expression is valid. Got it now? So what I'll do now, I will remove these extra characters. Let's see how it behaves. Let's see, click on test. This is complete trial and error. Okay, still it is copying everything. Correct? If observe, it's copying
Mm.
everything. So what I will do, I will put a this double quote is there now. So sometimes this double quote may be expression also because we don't know how it will think. So we can put a slash, backslash. Means we are telling that it's not expression. Okay, it's not working. So yeah, it's not working anyway. Okay, let's leave it then first case then. Okay. So first option is if you are able to expand, that's fine. Not, so got one because we should get IDs as it is, right? 3 of 1, 4 of 1. That's what I'm saying. Na? If you are not getting the value you expected, then you shouldn't go for that expression. Okay. So now first option is ruled out, right? First option is either increase your expression and check is working or not. Okay. So this is
Yeah.
JSON, right? That's why it's not working. If it is HTML, it will work because JSON everything will be like same.
Yeah.
Okay. So second option is in the regular expression extractor. So I want to extract here na add post parser regular expression extractor. I can give the match number. So I will know okay which match number I required. Suppose I want to say seventh match number. See this is why I required 197. What I'll do simply I'll give the match number 7. So from this expression, this is the expression, right? Which is the final one. Control C. Okay, and give the ID, some ID only. Okay, so from this expression, the output of seventh match, it will store in this ID. Got it right? Seventh match.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a match number. Now let's see what is template. So template is nothing but a group. So how many groups we have here? Dollar plus question mark is one group. How many groups? Have one group, right? So one group means you will give here $1. Then what is use case? Now every time we are giving one group only, no? Right? Then what is use of this? Okay, now let's see. To real exact scenario. Let's change into JSON. Let's pick up a good value. I'm looking for proper example to explain. Uh, okay, let's do this. Then. Let's take this name value. Okay, Control C. Go to regular expression tester. Okay, just replace doggy with one group. Okay, if I do test, okay, there is space again. So I'll be very careful with the spaces. Sure. Let me put these things. Okay, it's not working. Okay, so other lesson is whenever JSON right, don't try to use regular expression extractors because sometimes this won't work in that way. So Sheila, yesterday I told you right, JSON expression. Remember?
Yes, sir. Dollar
So,
dot.
yeah, yeah. Dollar dot will go one by one path. So that will
Yeah,
helpful in the JSON.
yeah.
See, that's why right we are getting all these issues. We are wasting time here. So regular expression extractor will mostly work on the kind of HTML or kind of blank ones.
Mm.
You know, I'm getting not getting the docky,
Yeah.
right? Because it picking up everything else because everything in a group here.
Mm.
Okay. So let me try to add photo URLs. Let's see what I will get. No, it's not coming. Okay, so we'll go to that script only. Okay, our recording script. Okay, I'll explain here only better. Okay, so this is HTML, right? So what will do HTML? Huh. So now I want to extract this value, right? What we'll do first? Just copy this one because HTML, na? So what you have to do? You have to change into text format. Search for the value. Oh, it's not there. Let's search for welcome. How come welcome is also not there here? Search for the user only. Okay, it is there, but not copying. Okay, so I want to extract this value. Okay, let's look for other test M1 where it is there. It's not there. It's only one value because this is not kind of things. No, it won't work. I mean, we see left hand side, right hand side, different patterns, right? So it won't work. I'm looking for better example. I mean, to understand template, na, so that you will remember easily. That's why I'm looking at proper example for that. Hmm. Okay, let's take this value only. Okay, Control C, regular expression tester. So I want this URL as output. Okay, so what I'll do simply, I'll replace this URL with what? Dot plus question mark. Contest. See, we got a match number 1 only. Okay, now fine. So now if I put other group in the same thing, can you guess what will happen? So it will split these numbers. So if you click on test now, see we got match 1 of 1, 1 of 2. Understood, right? Groups nothing but it will split whatever the value. Suppose if I put here slash slash, what will happen? See,
HTTP
divided by
colon
HTTP. Yeah. So
colon.
we got one group as HTTP, other group as this value. Understood, right? It is splitting inside between the values. Because sometimes now, if you're writing expression, you're getting a whole line, but you want only HTTP. So in that case, we use these multiple groups.
Okay.
Understood, right? You have written expression, but you're getting a whole line. But in that line, you want only half of the part. So that is where
Yeah.
you can use multiple groups. Got it? So now I want to use the second group now. So in my regular expression, product 105, right? What will right click, add, post processor, regular expression extractor. So here I will put a $2. So it means it will pick up the second value, second group. If you want to keep a first value, no, you'll keep a first group. That's a $1, dollar to dollar. That's the difference of template. Understood now what is template used for?
Okay.
Right now, if I give a $1, $2, na, so it will pay entire line. What we got entire line here? The entire line HTTP to last part. Because that's what I'm saying, $1, $2. So match 1 of 1 represents first group, match 1 of 2 represents second group. Because they completely first match only. If you see right, our first value 1 1 1 1. Now if I give a $2 here, $1, what will happen? It will pick up the
STP
value.
will
No,
at
first
last.
this one, then at STP lost. Yes.
Mm.
So like that, you can play the expressions. Anyway, you want to extract, right? You can all these methods to extract the value. Okay. So that's a regular expression extractor. Okay. So for our exercise now, till now what you have given one, right? Or the two, it will pick up the particular match. Okay. Pick up any API. Okay. Pick up any API. Pick up any expression. I mean to look particular word. Okay. Make sure you have multiple matches, and try to give here -2 to 2. Give -2. What will happen? Observe. Give -1, 0, 1, 2. 5 sets. Observe what is giving the output.
Okay.
Understood? Pick up any API. Write the expression. You should give 5, at least 5 matches or 6 matches of your expression. Anything.
Mm.
Okay. And this $1, everything is normal. Just only match number change from -2 to 2. Okay.
Okay.
That's our exercise for today. Clear, right?
Clear.
Yeah. Okay. We'll continue tomorrow with other post processors.
Yeah. Tomorrow do we have classes? Saturday tomorrow.
Sorry, tomorrow Saturday, right? Right, Monday.
Okay.
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 Good, right? Post processors and timers today. We'll cover other
Yeah,
posters
sure.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir,
Okay.
please try to share the recording, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. We can write. I'll sit some time and I'll try to share all the things. Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.